Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I realized that this camera has a different angle. Let me see if I turn it this way, will it be better? Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Can't even lift it up at this point. Let me see if I just push it back. No, no. This is fine. All right, let me just push it back up. Okay, lopsided. All right. Good morning. Did everybody get their candles for this summer? Did everybody get their candles? I'm looking for this size candle. Could be smaller, doesn't have to be that big of a thing. Or get some Yankee candles for those of you that can't put the stuff on display. I understand. Get some Yankee candles. All right. And for those of you that are looking for money, peppermint is a great scent, right? Love peppermint. If you don't want a scent, olive oil by itself is amazing. Avocado oil is for love. Now, love could come in many ways. It could be love of a person. It could be social media love. It could be social acceptance, right? So it could be love of a group that you participate in. It could be love of family, right? Especially those of you that are having family issues. I have learned myself, and I've learned this through the example of a person around me recently said something, and I was like, oh, God keeps reminding me. So when I went on vacation, I was listening to something with I think it's King Solomon. I think it's Solomon. And what I've learned through this video that I was watching is to pray without ceasing. And I had forgotten to pray in my being so upset. I had forgotten to pray. And what I realized is that I was so upset in one area that I forgot to pray, that I forgot to pray in general, right? And it's not that I didn't pray. There's never a day that I get up and I don't have a conversation with God. Never. But in the past year or so, at least the past year and a half, I have been neglectful of talking with God, right? I didn't do it on purpose, right? I just, in my human spirituality, forgot to pray without ceasing. I was angry. And I don't think I expected God to understand my anger. I stood in my anger, right? And in standing in your anger, I realized, standing in your frustration, standing in like, is God hearing me, right? Any of those modalities that allows us not to pray, affects everything else, right? So I noticed I stopped praying when I got up in the morning. I completely stopped praying when I went to bed at night. This is Tracy confession. And I stopped praying when I got up in the morning. And then I would remember, and then I would do it for a couple of days, and then I would go back to forgetting, right? And I think that what was going on is that my message that I was sending to myself is that I was angry, but I didn't want to deal with the anger. I wanted to act like nothing was affecting me, but it was affecting me. It was affecting my relationship with God. And so I go on a trip to go see my sister, and the pray without ceasing came up. And it was an aha moment, right? That's when God is trying to get to you. He's like, look, I love you. I actually do understand what you're going through. You forgot about me. So I get this reminder about prayer without ceasing. And I understood it immediately. I knew it was a message for me immediately. I knew God can only get me the message through to me in a plane, confined, right? I heard better that way. And I was like, okay, God, I got you. And then I didn't pray. And then I got back home and I didn't pray. And then my boss said to me, we were talking about getting up to go exercising. And she says, Tracy, sometimes I get up, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, which she doesn't know is the witching hour, right? That is the hour that spirit gets to talk to you, gets to come in. I didn't tell her that because, she's very gifted, very, very gifted, but may not understand some parts of why she's waking up 3 o'clock in the morning. It's very normal for gifted people to wake up at what we now call the witching hour. I changed it, however, to the spiritual hour because it's just fair. Like you want to be like across the board getting to people, and if you use the word witch, it's weird, right? So I have since changed it to the spiritual hour, right? So she doesn't understand why she's waking up at the spiritual hour, and I didn't bother explaining to her because what she said to me immediately, she didn't take a breath, and she goes, "When that happens, I just start praying." She didn't say it like that. Like getting up was a problem. She's like, when that happens, I pray, or like I take that time to pray when I wake up. And I was like, oh dear, another message, right? Because I wake up at the spiritual hour, right? I could wake up anywhere between 4:45, you know, before 6, right? And it never dawned on me to pray, right? So that was the second message. No, that was the third message because when I was in California, I know these twins that are just adorable. And they asked about a situation and I explained. But I realized I was frustrating myself as I was talking. I was like, like this is so exhausting to talk about, right? And one of the twins said, Tracy, me and my husband was having some issues. And she said, I prayed and I prayed. I looked at her and I thought, okay, God, I know you're talking to me, right? And then I still don't, right? And then a week or so ago, my boss said the same thing. And I am thinking, all right, I need to do something different. I need to be better. I need to go back to who Tracy was. I need to wake up and recognize that if you're in prison, pray anyways. And a prison could be in a relationship, a prison could be at your job, which is the worst kind of prison. A prison could be in a home with a mortgage that you're in a space now where you're like, I want to get out of this home, but I can't because of whatever reason, right? Can't sell the house, got to fix up the house, all these things, right? So I've decided to take July 1st in my magical summer essence to get back to prayer, to get back to me. And when I say prayer, I always have a relationship with God. That's not what I mean. I mean doing better with God. I mean having real conversations with God and reminding God that I trust you. And I trust why things are happening the way they are. I don't have to understand it, nor do I have to like it. I need to know that there's a lesson in something that I'm going through. And the lesson doesn't always have to be about me. All right. Let's say, oh, look at everybody. Good morning, Cookie. Good morning, Vovo. How are you? Good morning, Allegro. L. Williams, morning. Irie Scott, good health, everyone. Good health. God bless. Ketanji Jackson, what happened with her? I don't trust any of the Supreme Court people. What happened with Ketanji Jackson? Magic Mermaid, good morning, good health. Cashley, happy Friday. Doesn't feel like a Friday to me. My hair feels, oh, that's why it feels lopsided. Silly me. Rhonda, good morning. Catherine and family, good morning. Happy Friday, Tracy and Mystical Misfits. I use almond oil for love. Do you? Let me check something. I love that. I think it's for money more. I think it's for money. Almond oil for love. I mean, I'm not discounting what works for you. Hmm. I can kind of see that because almond oil is used for massage therapy. Hmm. Hmm. Got it. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Almond oil is a great vaginal lubricant instead of that shit that y'all buy in the stores. And stop using Vaseline. Vaseline is disgusting. Don't put Vaseline down. Don't put Vaseline down there. It's disgusting. For almond oil, because it's gentle, it's nourishing, free of preservatives and chemicals. Don't buy that KY jelly crap. Don't do it. If I put KY jelly, I'm itching for days. I got a whole itch problem. True story. Mm-mm. Then I got to go to the doctor, and then I got to explain to the doctor what I was doing during sex. I'm like, it's really embarrassing, doc, but this is what. And I use KY jelly, and then doctors love to hear sex stories. They get so tickled, they start looking at their notes, and then they go, "Doc." All right. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Won't clog the pores. Sweet almond oil. I don't know if there's a difference between almond oil and sweet almond oil, but they are mentioning almond oil. I think I think almond oil is a win. I think it's a win. Almond oil is a win. A win is a win. Oh, Catherine, you were right about Walmart Marketplace. I actually got to talk to a live person from Walmart, and they told me what to do. Good. Catherine had a reading with me. Now, you want to know what to do? Have a reading with me. Or rose oil for love. Of course, rose oil for love, but not everybody can get rose oil. So when I mention oils, it is something you can get at the local store. So avocado oil you can buy. I leave certain things out for a reason, but of course, rose oil. And to be honest with you, if you want to make your own rose oil, you can. I would just take roses, rinse them off because most roses have chemicals in them, and grapeseed oil, let that simmer. You get a combination of grapeseed oil and rose oil, or you can use extra virgin olive oil and roses. Let that cook up. You can use it for magic. There's no drama. That was me. Let me see. That was me at the last election. Walnut prayed nonstop. Aw, thank you for that. I love that magic mermaid. Good morning, Ebony. Good morning, Dorian and Mystical Misfits. I don't walk out the door unless I chant my morning ritual. I feel off when I don't chant in the morning. Yeah, and I think I was not praying against God. Like, I think I was so angry, but not acting like I was angry, right? But I was angry. Ugh, I don't know. We're all trying to learn. Good morning, buongiorno, everyone. Good morning, Miss Capricorn. My mother also said my also would get up at that time too. Oh yeah. Hello all. Hi, Strawbo. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, sweetie. Red Rose is grand rising. Yes, I wake up to my altar. I thank my deceased relatives and rising to them. Then I go straight to chant my morning ritual. Yes, that's right. Cool beans. That resonates with me. Katanji excluded herself from the judgment and verdict because she went to Harvard, yet released on opinion integrity. Oh. Hmm. Excluded herself from judgment. She's a very smart woman, so I would have to trust her exclusion because I think by excluding, I think they were going to lose anyway, but by excluding herself, she was capable of making a powerful statement. So, okay, I like it. It's practical to have a book about the magical uses of oils, herbs, gemstones. There are many in the occult stores. I totally agree. Coconut oil. Yes, coconut oil. Coconut oil tends to be treated as, I forgot what they call it, but you can, I forgot what they call it when you're mixing oils. But coconut oil is added for a specific reason, but it's great to have uh, to include in your oils. Carrier oil. Coconut oil is a great carrier oil, and some oils require a carrier oil. And if they do, choose coconut oil. Some mixtures, I mean, um, what's a carrier oil? Let me just check. Carrier oil. Well, let me tell you what they are first. I get it. Right. Carrier oils dilute. essential oils. But some essential oils can be way too strong. Carrier oils are used to dilute essential oils and carry them to the skin or the hair. But we're doing magic, which isn't the same thing. That's because essential oils are so potent and they can cause irritation when applied directly to your skin. Most carrier oils are unscented or lightly scented and don't interfere with the essential oil's therapeutic properties. They may be used alone or with oils to nourish your skin. But that's if you're making products that you have to put on your body. But I do want to tell you, coconut oil is a carrier oil. Jojoba, am I saying it right? Is also apricot kernel oil, which I've never heard of. Sweet almond oil is a carrier oil. It's edible oil from the kernels of sweet almonds. The oil is lightweight and absorbs easily as a great moisturizer for dry skin. Olive oil. You guys know how much I love olive oil. I did not know it was a carrier oil, but it is. Love olive oil. Argan oil. Now, I use argan oil in my hair. Oh, wow. What? What? You have not changed. My cousin is posting an old picture of herself, and she's just like me. She's just like beautiful. Because she didn't have like, she has locks now. And I was like, please tell me you didn't get rid of your locks. And just now she's like, it's an old picture of me. I'm like, what? What? Okay. Argan oil I use in my hair. It is great for hair growth. I use argan, almond, um, an extra virgin olive oil. I don't use coconut oil in my hair, but people have mentioned it, but I don't use it. Rosehip oil, black seed oil. I didn't know black seed oil was a carrier oil. I cook with black seed oil. Okay, I'll teach you something. If you're eating a steak, right, don't put, because I've seen people do this, but I don't. Don't put vegetable oil in your pan to fry up the steak. Put black seed oil. Let me tell you, all of a sudden, you have a healthy, healthy steak. And you should use it without flour. Okay, I'm over it. Avocado oil is also a carrier oil. Sunflower oil. Who wants this list? Sunflower oil is also a carrier oil. Oh my God. When I was making Brittany's Blockbuster oil, I used sunflower oil. I use sunflower oil. I use castor oil. It's another 3 oils that I use for success. All right, you're not lying, Tracy. Doctors love sex stories. One reason I asked for a female doctor. Oh, yes, yes. I make my own spiritual oils. I love that. I'm so proud of you. Good morning, all. Grand health story and all. I passed my first test, you all. 99.99%. Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations, Kimberly. Any other great I just mentioned them all. I'm looking at, but you got it. Woo! Congratulations. Thank you, she says. Thank you. It's an afro. Do you know that little girl? I love your hair. Thank you. It's an afro. Do you know that little girl? She's rich. That little afro girl is rich, rich, rich. She's the CEO of Thank You, I Got an Afro. The pandemic was good for some people. My God. All right. I'm just jealous. Yes, yes, I'm jealous of a 6-year-old. I'm proud of her. So proud of her. I really am. So proud. Thank you. I love your hair. Thank you. books out. She's got a doll out. She's the CEO of something. Man, they capitalized on that Afro movement. Smart mom. All right. Yes, that's the one I use in my love oil, sweet almond oil. Okay, good. Aww. There are also oils named after signs: Cancer, rising, attract luck and success. Okay, Cancer oil. And if you want to look up what makes up Cancer oil, just Google it. Yes, for black seed oil. Yes. Jamaican castor oil. Yes. Jamaican castor oil will have your hair growing like crazy. And it's the one thing I have not put in my hair yet. I have not put Jamaican castor oil in my hair. And that's going to be my next concoction. Because I make my own oils for my hair, by the way. After I see how much they charging in these beauty supply stores for growing hair, and then I look at the ingredients, I'm like, no, I will not. Okay, but yeah, but I do lie. I do lie because my hairdresser loves Miley oil. And then when I went to go visit her, she had Miley oil. And so I went through this whole spiel with her. I don't like Miley. She sold her products, and now the products are changing. Now everybody's buying rosemary oil, but I did buy it to test it. I do have I have Miley oil with the rosemary in it, but I'm gonna make my own rosemary with any one of these oils. I might use argan, maybe olive oil. Add in my own rosemary, and when I tell you I'm gonna add in, we're not talking, you know, a bushel, a little tiny squid of a bushel. No, when I tell you I'm gonna pack that pot up with rosemaries and let it simmer. You don't cook it, you let it simmer. And then you package it and you put it in a dark place for weeks. Now, I have enough oil to take me through the summer. So, this, if I make if, because I lie, I'll let you know when I make it. Then you got to let it sit in a dark place. Let me tell you something. You want growing hair? Make your own shit. Make your own shit. Put these people out of business. I don't know who brought rosemary out, but if they not, of this persuasion, I don't know why I'm buying the products anymore. I trusted Miley because it was a black woman. Beyond, I don't know who she sold it to. In any case, I hope she did well by herself. Yadi, where's my thing at? Oh man, I gotta squeeze my hand. I'll just use the coconut. This will help. Anything will help. Ah, see, I'm not sure if castor oil is good for your hair. Castor oil is very thick. So I don't know if it's good for your hair. I know you can swallow some castor oil, and that was great for lubricating your bones and shit. Remember when your mama gave you castor oil when you were a kid? You didn't suffer so much as a kid. Who wants this site? I'm going to send it anyway. Copy. I'm going to send this site anyway. Y'all can screenshot it. I am teaching y'all to empower yourselves. That's what I'm teaching you. You don't have to depend upon me. Y'all can consult for questions, but y'all can learn to do things yourselves. We are, oh, in an era where, yeah, we have to take care of ourselves. This is the Carrier Oil website. Take a screenshot and look it up yourselves. Oh, Yes, yes, yes. So today we're going to be doing some magic. All right, let's get to the gossip section of this channel. There's no gossip section, but let's create a gossip section. So so Steve Harvey's assistant or co-host, Strawberry, Strawberry Shirley Strawberry, is having some issues. She is having some issues. Shirley Strawberry. Turns out she married a full-on criminal, which isn't really surprising to me, to be honest with you. That's not the worst thing to me. I think that, you know, I think that she was on her way to becoming single for life, right? Oh, I'm having some pain in my hip. I think that she was on her way to becoming single for life, right? And I think that when you are becoming on your way to becoming single for life and you have a crooked boss like Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey says to one of his guy friends, look, I got my girl Strawberry, whatever her name is, and I know she'll take care of you, but you gotta show her that you could man up, right? So Steve Harvey, that crook, introduces Ernesto, I forget his last name, Louis Ernesto Williams, I can't remember his name, to Strawberry. And I don't know how long they were dating, but him and Steve Harvey concocted that he should call the radio station and propose to her. And they're videotaping this in the radio station to see her reaction. So Steve Harvey is talking to this man in one of their segments, saying, Uncle Steve is a crook. Uncle Steve always been a crook. Steve, he always been something, something, something. Always. Why do you think he hooked up with Marjorie? He likes the criminal life, but he want to look Rico Suave in the criminal life, and he wants to fool people. Okay, but let's get off of Steve. But criminals only know criminals. I'm I'm gonna see if this guy Ernesto is gonna ruin Steve's career, because there comes a time when the feds say, "You got something to share?" Because we're all ears, and we might give you some time off. Got something to share, Ernesto? All right. For some reason, his name is Ernest, but they call him Ernesto. If this ain't the beginnings of a Wendy Williams situation, what in the hell are these mature ass women? Because Strawberry, she's like, what in the hell are these mature ass women? Maybe you just know what you know. You just know what you know. Maybe her daddy's a criminal. You never know. I bet you. I bet you she got brothers. Strawberry, I mean. I bet she got brothers that's a criminal. Why would she hook up with Steve Harvey if she didn't understand the criminal in Steve Harvey? Okay, calm down, Tracy. In any case, and Kelsey, better to be single for life, but sometimes you don't know it. So if you have a Steve Harvey that you've been working with for years says to you, I got a guy for you, then who's training who? So that these two men get together to trick Strawberry. I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Or is there a desperation in just finally saying, I got a man, as a married woman now? Like, what is it? Right? It's not that Steve wants that for Shirley. Steve is a guy's guy. He's not a woman's guy. He's never trying to protect Shirley. Shirley's protected because Steve gave her a job. That's all he's worried. You got a job? I took care of you. But my boy over here, I'm down for my boy. Two different worlds, especially when we talk about, men. Men will protect men. In any case, we're at the studio. They've got a camera on her. And the segment is, I'm going to propose to my wife. And Steve is asking the questions. And he's like, would you take care of your wife? And he's talking. And she's like this, just not even recognizing her man's voice. And then Steve kind of goes, Shirley? Like, he's like, and the guy goes, yeah, I'm ready to propose. And Steve realizes Shirley's not catching on. And then he goes, Shirley? And she's like, this is your man. And she's like, oh my God. All right. So they get married. They live a peaceful life for quite some time. And it turns out he had a credit repair company. Guys, I do not trust credit repair companies. I think if you fucked up your credit, you fucked up your credit. There's always a way to repair your credit. Do it the hard way. Don't pay somebody to take things off your credit. You have to give so much intimate information to somebody else to clean up your credit. I'm not giving that information out. In this day and age, you're not getting that information. If my credit shot to pieces, I can't buy a home. I can't buy a home. I can't get a loan. Good. I can't get a loan. I'm going to have to live off of my meager earnings. In any case, hi, be more. He starts his credit repair company, this barbershop. I don't trust barbershops either. His barbershops and a non-armed security company. Non-armed. That means his security people cannot own a firearm. I don't understand security unless you got a firearm, but it turns out he's had previous felonies. Before he met Strawberry, he had previous felonies. So she married a whole felon. Now, is that a bad thing? I'm going to throw my hands up. I watch Love After Lockup. I watch Love After Lockup. It ain't pretty what those girls and guys go through in Love After Lockup. I'm like this. They got me in my feels, Love After Lockup. It got so bad watching Love After Lockup. By the way, one of the girls in Love After Lockup, she called me. And I had to I think I'm responsible for her finding the strength to leave. I'm not going to tell you which one because it's not allowed. Spiritually, it's not allowed. But I think I was responsible for her finding the strength to leave. Because she stayed, after she read with me, she stayed on the show for another season or two. But you could see how she had changed in this season after she started talking with me. You could see she still wanted this man. She wanted him to do right. But at some point, old girl got strong. Yep. Because sometimes the readings just help you to see the fact, right? I'm not emotional in your story. You're emotional. I'm not emotional. So I was able to allow her to now get out of her emotions and look at the actions. And you could see in the next series, she was like, she called her dad into the picture more. It was really good to watch her grow. All right. In any case, he had felonies before he married. Steve, you knew he had felonies. Why would you introduce your girl? This is my girl. Sorry. To a felon. I always wonder if felons can be cured. I think they need, like, if you did 5 years, I think you need 5 years of counseling. But it's got to be like felon counseling. It can't be like, oh, I can't acclimate to the new world. No, it's got to be felon counseling because there are things that happen on the other side that messes with their mind. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. You know, my sister does that to me. She goes, you know, Tracy. And I go, I don't know. You know, Tony, I don't know. All right. Oh, if you watch Love After Lockup, watch it from the beginning. Don't watch it today because the ones today is even worse. Just watch it from the beginning. Watch it when a felon gets to come out with a wife and a girlfriend, released from jail with the wife and a girlfriend. Has the girlfriend pick him up to take him to the wife's house? Oh, you got, watch it from the beginning. But I would only tell you to watch like 3 seasons in and then never again because it will forever change your life. About felons. All right. Um, right. Okay. So this is where I got the story from Chronicle Speaks, right? Oh my God. There was even a part where this was on Zoom and a couple of judges and other people were in the room and his lawyer, which I think should be fired, he was like, lawyer, a judge, he should be reduced to his wife, right? And then the judge goes, "Oh my God, I'm so exhausted." When I heard this part, I wanted to fall out. The judge goes, he's like, "I think he should be released to his wife." And the judge goes, "Who, Melody?" The judge was comical, black woman. "Who, Melody?" And he was like, "No, no, judge. The SS one. Oh, Strawberry. Judge, what happened, Judge? What? I was dying. I was like, God, help me. Wait. Then the judge says, "Oh my God, how do y'all date criminals? That's all I want to know. If y'all find me dating a criminal, call me a liar, a bitch, call me out my face, say whatever you want. If I try to explain to you all I'm dating a criminal." This one guy, this one guy online dating had this humble looking picture. And so we were attracted to each other online dating. And then he called me, and one thing about criminals, they're going to confess. Criminals are going to tell you the truth right off the bat. They're not trying to hide nothing from you. And he goes, "I have a record." And I was like, "Oh." And he goes, "Yeah, I have a record." So now I'm just curious. I'm turned off, but now I just need to know, like, what's the record, right? So I was like, what did you do? And he's like, sold drugs. And I said, oh. And I said, do you recognize that? And he's like, it's not, he's like, it's not that bad. I sold drugs. And I said, do you ever recognize that the drugs that you sold most likely killed at least one person? Somebody's child is not here because you sold drugs. And he's like, well, you looking at it a whole nother way. Right, right. And then I was like, listen, to be honest with you, I can't date um, someone that's been a felon. That's me. Like, would I date the exonerated five? I don't know. I don't know. They'd have to be exonerated first. Like, you know what I mean? If it was the Central Park five, I'd probably say no. The exonerated five, I'd probably say yes. Right? So I think I could date a felon. I think. I can't be sure because out of the five, at least three of them are fucked up in the head. Right? So I don't know if I would because they went through so much. Okay. That's just me. And I'm not changing. That's just me. That's how I am. I'm not asking you to be like me. I'm telling you how I am. Oh, by the way, one of the exonerated five, Yusuf, is a council member in New York City now. Talk about, you know, turning the worst circumstance into an amazing. And he's going to go bigger. By the way, this is not. This isn't it. There's more for him. I'm really proud of him. All right. Dateandinmate.com. I think there really is dateandinmate.com. All of them not right mentally. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's the listen, I can't date a murderer unless the murderer was so like the murder has to be justified. Like it came from my mother. I had to. Boom. I respect that. Boom. I'll date you in a minute if you're like, I had to. And I'd be like, respect. Um, Somebody that's been abused, right? Emotionally. I don't know if I would date them, but I respect if you had to, you know, because that was the only way you're going to get it to stop, right? And you know what kind of abuse I mean. I mean, the abuse. In any case, back to Strawberry. And you're right. He's got 5 more warrants coming to him. Well, okay, so we're in this Zoom, right? With like 5, 10, 15, 20 people in the Zoom. Hilarious. And then he goes, I think she says, okay, he can go to Shirley. And then she goes, oh, he can't be on the internet. Can't be on the internet. And then she goes, he can't be around animals. Oh, animals. And then they say, wait for it, it gets worse. And then they say he cannot be around Strawberry's daughters or grandchildren. What did this man do in this woman's life? And how much did she turn a blind eye to things that was happening in her own house? Yep, yep. And then Strawberry Chronicle Speaks is hilarious. You gotta watch her. She's hilarious. And she goes, Charlie Strawberry had to write her own strawberry letter. And then she begins to read a letter that she wrote to the judge about believing in her husband and some bullshit. And I'm like, ladies, y'all got to learn to stand down with this massive love for your men. Men will not do it for you. Y'all got to learn to stand down. I don't know if, listen, I'm cut from a different cloth. I don't know if I could write a letter to any judge about, I do not believe my husband did. I don't know if I could. I'm going to be like this. Could he? Maybe. I'm going to have to go to my children. I'm going to be like, what happened? What happened to you? I mean, and then this all came about because of some illegal rental issue, something with rent, forensic rent issue, which then led to, they call it theft by finances. This credit report, theft by finances, meaning you took money to help someone with their credit report, but then you didn't provide the services. I'm not really sure what happened, but there is a thing, it's theft by finances. So all with the credit report business, y'all better be on the up and up. I think if people can't take care of their credit, fuck them. But you're not about to take me down because you can't take care of your credit. Nope. I mean, I didn't always have good credit, but during COVID, for the past 3 years, I just figured, let me start working on my credit. And the only reason I started working on it, because I tell you that the YouTube talks to me. And over again, during COVID, the guy kept saying, don't use your money. Use your credit. That meant don't use your debit card. Don't use your cash. Use your credit. And of course, pay it back, but use your credit. And I started doing that during COVID. And I did it consistently. And my credit score kept going up and up and up and up and up and up. It's a beautiful thing, but it also took 3 years, right? But also, I never wanted to buy a house. I never wanted my credit. I didn't care about credit history. I didn't care. Screw you and your credit history. Oh, you got to have a credit history of 800 to get a mortgage. I don't want a mortgage. That means I got to worry about the roof, worry about the plumbing, worry about my septic system, worry about landscaping. I'm $1,000 plus in the hole, and I didn't pay mortgage yet. No, I never wanted a house. But I understand houses are generational wealth, blah, 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 taxes. No, I never wanted the extra. But now that I'm in the Caribbean, I mean, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it now. Theft by services. Yes. Darius Cook was scamming people. Who's Darius Cook? She signed an affidavit. Stand by your man. Was that country? Dolly Parton. Stand by your man. Fuck out of here. I'm not. If it ain't my child, fuck it. And I'll be suspect with my child because my child come out with some circumstances that is like, what the fuck did you do? I'm not standing by him. I'm seriously gonna go. Good luck. I'll take care of your kids. No, but then I'm different, right? And my son knows that. He knows he can't depend upon me if you did wrong. If you get screwed, got your back. I'll mow people down for you. I promise you. You fucked up in life, and you what did you do? you're in trouble. I wouldn't know what to say to my child if he came out his face and did something. I wouldn't know what to be like. Yeah. All right. I'll send money to your kids if that's what you need, but you're in trouble. Mm. I mean, I wouldn't do it for anybody, like nobody. This looks like it has a face in it. Look at this. It looks like a walrus, doesn't it? It's a coconut. Looks like a walrus. Why am I seeing a walrus in my coconuts? Does this look like a walrus? This looks like a beaver. Oh, this looks like a beaver. Huh. Why am I seeing a beaver in my coconuts? Oh, there's a cute little face. Oh, maybe they're both beavers. One looks like a walrus. All right, my coconuts. All right, Grand Rising. Hi, Soul Sister Tracy. What are your thoughts about this smoke in Canada? Funny how COVID went away, and this is here during summer, going in everyone's AC and home. I I think it's a terrible thing. This smoke and mirrors, more smoke and mirrors. Darius Cook, Darius, the black guy, Darius. Darius Cook is in trouble. Oh, but he. Oh, huh. All right. It is what it is, huh? Wow. What in the America Greed? One of my favorite shows. My school is in Virginia, and the smoke was horrible out there. Yeah. You know, I don't know, but when I speak to Canadians, it's not as bad, but smoke does travel, right? So smoke in California will hit Washington State. Um, um, so I understand smoke traveling the way it travels, but we're not getting what the hell's going on in Canada. So, hi, Sarah. Hi, sweetie. So, what are the fires in Canada? Last I heard, there were 400 fires. No one's telling us whether or not they put them out. I don't know. It's weird. Canada is not a place where they have fires for the most part, right? We've never had this before. So, what really is happening? I don't know. I don't know. Who's Canadian here? Are the fires real? I don't know. All right. Yeah, Mother Earth is doing something, child. Mm. But it's not normal for Canada, right? Colorado, California, Utah, we all get the fires, but it's not normal for Canada. So I don't know. I don't know. So if I were to do a question on strawberry, what should it be? What should it be? The news is telling everyone to wear a mask and be cautious. Limit time outdoors because of the bad air quality again this week. I heard. I heard. Earth shift. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're all right. I'm not doubting anything. I think you're all completely right. This is Earth talking to us again. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Did she, Tia? Did she know what her husband was doing? Oh, that's the question. That's the question. Hmm. Did she know? Shirley, 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 did you know? Shirley, where's the camera? Shirley, did you know? Tell me, talk to me. Did you know, Shirley? That's the question. Weirdo. Ugh. Some of these folks, they don't mind catching a case with their husbands. They don't mind. Did she know? Was she aware of her husband's wrongdoing? Yes or no? Will she stick by her mind no matter what? Yeah. Are you going to test? Shirley, 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 are you going to testify for your man? Shirley, are you going to testify? Hmm? What's going to happen, Shirley? What's going to happen, Shirley? Weirdo. Guilty or not guilty? Guilty. Guilty. He's guilty as shit. He's going to jail. All right. Hi, Veronica. Did your iPad wake up? No. No. And I tried to talk to Apple this morning, but I got nowhere. I don't think I can replace my Apple with, isn't it Experian or something? You can replace your iPhone. Can I replace my Apple with Experian? Hello, Pop. Y'all gotta stop with the jokes. Y'all gotta stop with the jokes. Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Now, I know you think you got my man. What's the worst of that? Oh, child. Hello, man. Speak to Barbara. Barbara, this is Shirley. You might not know who I am, but the reason I'm calling you is because I was going through my old man's pockets this morning, and I just happened to find your name. So, woman to woman, Melody to Shirley, I don't think it's being any more than fair to call you and let you know where I am coming from. That's my man. Now, Barbara, I don't know how you going to take this, but whether you be cool or come out of your bag on me, you see, it really doesn't make a difference. But it's only fair that I let you know that the man you're in love with, he's mine. From the top of his head to the clothes on his back, haha, I buy them. The car that he drives, I pay the note every month. Shirley, you stupid. So I'm telling you these things to let you know how much I love that man. And woman to woman, Shirley to Melody, I think you'll understand how much I'll do to keep him. That includes go to jail for him. I added that. Woman to woman, if you've ever been in love, then you know how I feel. And woman to woman, now if you were in my shoes, wouldn't you have done the same thing too? Oh, woman to woman, can't you see where I'm coming from? Woman to woman, ain't that the same thing you would have done? Woman to woman, now should I step aside and let her take what's rightfully mine? Oh, woman to woman, was I right or was I wrong? I ain't gonna let you break up my happy home. That home wasn't happy. You gotta call Melody. You calling Melody. That home wasn't happy, child. Let's go back. Now, woman to woman. Now you see, I don't want no trouble. I'll smoke you. It doesn't say that here. I added that. I hope you understand. I love that man, and he's mine. I'm talking to you, woman to woman. You should be woman enough to understand that man. I love that man. Woman to woman, woman to woman. He's mine, and I ain't gonna give him up. My baby ain't lying now. Now, whoever grew up on that stupid ass song and y'all living by the sword, y'all gonna die by the sword, y'all gonna be in jail together. Who living by that stupid song? When I was growing up, I used to hear songs like that, and I used to go, I was little. I don't know when this song came out. Woman to woman. Oh, wait, 1974 figures. I was a baby. I was a baby. I was 12. Listening to this stupid song and everybody singing this heartbreaking song because everybody done been through this shit. And I'm listening to this and I'm like, y'all, the words, do y'all live by this song? Just men out there. I think I'm traumatized with music. This reasons, the reasons that we're here, the reasons that we're here. I love that song. All right, I'm over myself. Jaylene, don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. 1974 wasn't created yet. Oh, you're so young. Oh, I was one. Y'all missed a whole era of disgusting songs then. Be of gratitude. Be of gratitude. Because I used to be like, people, y'all crying your hearts out at this fucking song? Your husband cheating, your husband cheating. Everybody husband cheating, Auntie? Auntie, everybody husband's cheating. Yes, Tracy, we got issues with our men folks. There's an option to leave, you idiot women. You can leave. Oh my God. Ari, how are you? I meant to text you this morning. Damn it. I really meant to text you this morning. My aunt always listened to Betty Wright. I got tired of clean up woman. I don't know the words to the song. I gotta clean up, man. Something like that. Stupid ass songs. Oh my God. As a child, especially as a spiritual child, right? I didn't know I was spiritual. I knew I wasn't human like them hoes out there listening and crying over these. No. I'll take my man. Oh, I gotta listen to that one. I don't know that one. But I like Salt and Pepper. I immediately get angry at songs like that. Right. Oh my God. Ori, how are you doing? I'm a music person. How are you doing, sweetie? Oh, job. Y'all missed the whole era of disgustingness. What was that other song y'all said? Oh, Clean Up Woman. I got tired of Clean Up Woman. Let me find the words to Clean Up Woman. Clean Up Woman lyrics. Y'all need to start singing. See, that's why I'm not mad at the female rappers. I'm not mad. Nope. Because they're telling people to kiss their and bye. They're like, do what you gotta do. See ya. All right. A cleanup woman is a woman who gets all the love we girls leave behind. The reason I know so much about her is because she picked up a man of mine. Jumping slick was my ruin because I found out all I was doing was making it easy for the cleanup woman to get my man's love. Oh, yeah. Just making it easy for the cleanup woman to get my baby's love. I took this man's love and put it on a shelf, and like a fool, I thought I had him all to myself. When he needed love, I was out having fun, but I found out that all I had done was made it easy for the cleanup woman to get my man's love. Yeah, that's what I did. I made it easy for the cleanup woman to steal my baby's love. Oh, yeah. The cleanup woman will wipe his blues away. She'll give him plenty of loving 24 hours a day. She's the one who'll take him in when you dump him in the streets. So take a tip. You better get hip to the cleanup woman because she's tough. I mean, she really cleaned up. That's a stupid song. If you gotta put your man in the street, don't worry about the cleanup woman. The cleanup woman is getting your trash. The fuck? Cleanup woman then came and picked him up off the streets, right? Like the garbage man does. A stupid ass song. Stupid. Where was this song created? Stupid song. "1971." The 70s were a fucked up time. I'm sorry. Y'all listen to the songs in the 70s. I ain't listening to them songs. It's stupid songs. All right. I'm over myself. Clean up woman. All right. Oh, endo endodrocinated by the top 40. Those are the songs that taught us how not to be empowered. Thank you. Taught us how not to respect ourselves. Now that I'm thinking about it, Janine, it went from songs that deprived women of their power and learning to walk away from a trifling ass and ninja to then we went to songs calling us hoes and bitches. Women have not been empowered in music for over 50 years. And the female rappers are the ones that are coming out and saying, I'm not your mama. I'm not your grandmama. I'm not mad at the female rappers. I don't know that song. And that's what my aunt did. Took upon other women's trash, but they died after dealing with her. I told my mom, her sisters, I died. How did death come into this? Lord have mercy. Uh-huh. And you know who Dirty Diana is about, right? But do you know who Dirty Diana is about, Janine? That's not a 70s song, though. I know, Janine. That's a y'all didn't see this one. That's hilarious. Mm-hmm. 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 He was in love with her. Seriously, he was in love with her, and that's why his mama can't stand her. To his mama cannot, because they're the same age bracket. His mama cannot stand Diana Ross to this day. Don't talk. Oh, my poor thing is falling apart. Don't talk to Miss Jackson about her son and that woman. True story. True story. He was talking about Diana Ross. True story. Who was the one that said they had a baby on him? Who was that? Uh, well, Smokey, I wouldn't listen to Smokey Robinson. He was a little whore himself. Don't tell me what Smokey Robinson said. Not the whore. Talking about the whore. Fuck him. All right. All right. Moving back. Uh, all right. The five things you need to know. I am your YouTube correspondent for CNN. I am the only YouTube correspondent that's of color. I think everybody else of color has gotten fired. And as of lately, I just don't see Gail coming on. I don't know what the holdup is, but I don't know. With the firing, I wonder if they have to renegotiate Gail's contract if it wasn't signed, because I think 12 million is unreasonable. I think 12 million is unreasonable. I don't know how she's going to make the audience pay for that. She's getting 12 million by himself, and Charles Barkley is a goddamn dinglebunk. He's a dinglebunk. Why do they think we want to listen to a Charles Barkley? Leave him on ESPN or wherever he's at, acting like the buffoon of a man that he is. But in my opinion, this is my opinion, YouTube. But I don't know if I want to see him on my news. What's he going to talk about? Racism, reverse racism. What is he going to talk about? What is he going to just talk? No, no. He does not like his own people of color. I do not like Charles Barkley. And Gail, I like you a lot. I think I respect you a lot. I've watched your career just manifest into amazing corners of the world, but I think $12 million is too much. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know the salaries of other people in your category. I mean, what did Don Lemon make? Did Don Lemon make 12 million? Because if he did, I think he would have acted better. I don't think he made 12 million. I don't, let me stop. I don't want to get in the middle of contracts and negotiations. I'm just saying, Gail. All right. I can't. Okay. And Tina just stated they are looking to ditch cable TV. You might be right. Are they looking to ditch cable TV? Because they're not showing up over the holdup. No. I'm gonna do a separate video on is Gail gonna stick by her man and what does she know? I'm gonna tell you something. Tell me if I'm wrong, everyone. If there's a case of child abuse, most times the woman in the house knows. Whether or not they ignore it, whether or not they don't want to believe it, it's two different things. But most times the woman of the house knows. That's the first thing. Can she get away with stating that she didn't know about her husband's business? I doubt it. Because there was something about a home that they both had in Inglewood, California. And for whatever reason, they quick deed the house to take his name off. And then she sold the house. This is just before the trouble started. So I think they knew they were going to need money to fight this case. And if they knew they were going to need money to fight this case, then Shirley, what did you know? Because you're not acting shocked. What did you know? Because they quick deed the house to take him off, which I don't even understand that. Oh, I know why. Because if there's any reparations, she would have to give that money to the court system. But you're not going to get away with that. That's some Tasha K mess. Man, these black folks, they be doing, we're going to call it the Tasha K effect. Y'all just be doing crazy shit as if forensic attorneys are not going to find this shit. In any case, I'm just telling you that before this whole thing started, I believe in November, they sold the home. So something was coming down the pipe. Oh, okay. Soul sisters like Gail and Charles are the same. Oh, Betty Fisher. How are you, Betty? Oh, I miss you. Oh, Betty Fisher. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Oh my God, these songs. They fucked us up. Thank you, Betty. Betty was like, I got one for you, child. Girl, you be cracking me up. It's a great picture, Sheena. CNN secretly canceled. Needs to be canceled. Little Kim is ahead of the 70s, though. We're talking about the 70s where they fucked with our heads. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Yes, that's what it is. Okay. Uh, just watch Chronicle Speaks. How this whole thing started is that it was probably during 2020, right, Miss Kimberly? A lot of people got in trouble during 2020 because there was these memorandums where you didn't have to pay rent. Had a beautiful, salacious home in Georgia for like 8,000 a month, right? And then they didn't pay rent. But I don't think Shirley's job stopped during COVID, right? But they don't pay rent because everybody thought for some reason that if you can't pay rent during the COVID, it's not my fault. Sucks to be you. Well, the rents, people are coming after your rents now. And in the process of coming after rent, they owed something like $40,000 in rent before they were able to bring it to the court. Something like that. Yes, it was during COVID. People really fucked up during COVID. Um, and I'm pretty sure as business owners, they both got PPP loans. I'm pretty sure of that. Um, Folks turned squatters because they could. So true. Knowing the government was going to snatch the money back during taxes. No, not everybody understood that the money was going to get snatched back during taxes. That was not understood. Mm-mm. It was talked about later. Because remember, we had Dump as a president, so he didn't always speak full English. Later, they had to figure out how to get these monies back. They did not tell the people it was going to come back in their taxes. It was like 2 years later, just before Trump left office, they were like, oh, by the way, you're going to be paying these monies back in your taxes. Oh, no, she's in school. Yeah, she's in school. I checked on her the other day. I was like, how are you doing? How's school? I know, we do miss her. Some people have gotten PPP forgiveness loans. I'm not against the forgiveness of loans. Fuck it. Fuck it. The government sucked us dry. So if some people get PPP forgiveness loans, I'm okay with that. The problem that I have more than anything is that places like Harvard got they stole the first set of PPP loans, remember? And got millions. All right. And I'm sure they got PPP loans. So if you got a PPP loan, why didn't you pay rent? Because that's what the PPP loan was for. All right, whatever. Let's go over the 5 things because of correspondence, black person. Only black person left on CNN. Um, it's an unofficial title. Officially, no, it's a official unofficial title. It's very hard to remember all the titles I give myself. Affirmative action. Supreme Court says colleges and universities can no longer take race into consideration. Fuck it. Russia. Document shared exclusively with CNN suggests that the Russian General Sergei was a secret VIP member of the Wagner private military group. The group whose leader headed up a recent short-lived insurrection that plunged Russia's military forces into uncertainty. They're going to get back at America. Economy. An onset of the economic data released Thursday has boiled U.S. markets. Gross domestic product, the broadest measure of economic output, increased an analyzed rate of 2% in the first quarter, surpassing economics predictions. Separately, initial jobless claims fell last week to 239,000, underscoring the labor market strength. I don't believe none of this. The Federal Reserve also released the results of its annual stress test of the largest U.S. banks on Wednesday, which boosted bank stocks overall. Great. The Fed concluded the banks have sufficient safeguards in place to weather a severe recession, which is coming, while continuing to lend to households they're lying and businesses. However, the housing market is showing signs of slowing. Mortgage rates have gone up while pending home sales dropped more than expected. I would go into why, but I'm too tired. But I will tell you this. Everyone that brought homes during the COVID and you paid over 100,000, 200,000, sucks to be you. Because y'all should have sat on your thumbs. The market would have gone down. Now the prices are going down, and those that really want to sell their homes now can't. Because nobody's buying once they realize they all screwed themselves during COVID. Trump. New developments are unfolding in former President Trump's various legal battles. The special counsel office is continuing to investigate Trump's handling of classified documents after his presidency ended. Despite the former president's indictment last month, that includes continued grand jury activity in Florida and the inquiry of witnesses, though it is not yet clear what aspects of the investigation prosecutors are still pushing toward. In general, it's not unheard of for investigators working a case to continue asking questions. I don't care. France. More than 400 people were arrested across France Thursday as a wave of protests swept the country for a third night following the fatal police shooting of a teenage boy that was captured on video. Unrest broke out Tuesday, just hours after a police traffic stop in Naturin resulted in the killing of a 17-year-old boy named Nahel. The incident has raised questions about whether racism played a role in his death and whether the police officer who shot him was acting illegally. Also Thursday, an estimated 6,000 people joined a march to honor the teen. President Emmanuel Macron will reportedly hold a crisis meeting today for the second day in a row following the violence and has urged citizens to let the justice system handle the situation. I feel like you should protest. And I am in full agreement of violent protest. I think if something happens violently, then you meet it with like energy. I am not a turn the other cheek type of person, but I don't condone violence either. Madonna is resting, feeling better following the Supreme Court is out of control. Out of control. Madonna's feeling better following doctor's orders. May her home be filled with all the balloons and get well cards. Kelsey Ballerini, I like her, is the latest artist to fall victim to concert goers flying objects on stage. Overstock.com, since it is changing its name to Bed Bath & Beyond. Oh man, today's the quiz. We don't have time for the quiz. I do want to check something that just came across my feed. Yeah, the Supreme Court is out of control. They are not for the people. Oh man, they won't let me do this on my phone. Let me see something. Hold on, guys. All right, I'm back. So, the Supreme Court rules in favor of the wedding designers or wedding cake designers to say they don't have to make cakes for gays. The vote split along ideological lines 6-3, with the Liberals in dissent. It was the court's latest examination of the clash between law requiring equal treatment for the LGBT community and those who say their religious beliefs lead them to regard same-sex marriages as false. The case, 303 Creative LLC versus Alinas, came amid rising public and political approval of gay marriage. Congress recently passed legislation that would protect such unions in the event the Supreme Court ever backs away from the constitutional right it established in 2015. In 2018, the Supreme Court ruled for Jack Phillips, a California baker who refused to create a wedding cake for a gay couple. But the justices avoided declaring a clear winner in the cultural conflict between LGBTQ rights activists who seek the protection of public accommodation laws and those who say their religious beliefs forbid countenancing same-sex marriage. Just 5 miles from Phillips' masterpiece cake shop is the office of graphic designer Lori Smith. She contended that the same Colorado law Phillips challenged, which forbids discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, also violates her deeply held religious views and free speech rights. Smith wants to expand her business to create wedding websites, but only to tell the stories of brides and grooms through God's lens. And she wants to be able to tell same-sex couples on her 303 Creative LL website that she will not create such platforms for them. Oh my God, I'm so upset. I have to tell you, y'all got a lot of work to do. This is Handmaid's Tale. If y'all have never seen Handmaid's Tale, I want you to watch Handmaid's Tale. This is Handmaid's Tale. So please watch it. Please read the book. We are in the middle of Handmaid's Tale, and I really want you all to start fighting and protesting for your greater good. This isn't about LGBTQ. This is about race too. This is about someone saying, I want to do this for white folks, but not black folks. I want to do this for same-sex couples, but not gay couples. And the Supreme Court is corrupt. They are corrupt. It is an unfair advantage that these new laws are taking place. I don't know. They need to get rid of legacy administrations, but hey, this really hurts the biggest educated group in America, the black woman. Thank you. Some people need to focus on their own marriage and sex lives and stop caring about other people's sexual orientation. Maybe they want to experiment, but that is why they talk about others so much. Yeah, I was somewhere the other day and this guy, I don't know what we were talking. Oh, I missed the gay parade. I'm really disappointed because I want to see if they throw down like they do in the States. So I was like, oh man, most times I wouldn't go anyway because most time I didn't have a car, but now I have a car. So now I really got to figure out what's going on because I want to go to some of these places and I want to be able to videotape for you guys because my life has changed with a car. By the way, thank you, everyone. In any case, I missed the gay parade. right? And I was like, oh man, I wish I could have gone. When somebody very loudly, black guy, I like this, I like it, I like. Oh my God, you're like, all right, okay. We were all like standing there, like, okay, enough. So then I changed the topic. And then he got quiet for a minute and he went right back to saying it. And I was like, pick up on the cues. I changed the topic. And he was like, oh, you changed the topic? Yes, I did. And he's like, oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, okay. But now you know, right? Because we're in a public place. Tourists are around. You don't know who's gay and not gay. And no one needs to make that announcement. Like, fuck out of here, right? And so I leaned over and I said, those that speak loudly have done things with the opposite sex, with their same sex. And then she turned right around and she told him, anyone that speaks this loud has done things. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh. Funny thing is, he didn't quite, not me, not me. Oh my God. Yeah. You. All right. I did everything I could to inform you guys. June is Black Music Month. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, we did our Black music. Well, all the music from the 70s suck. June used to be Black Music Month. Oh, they took it away? I don't care. They brought this out last day of Gay Pride Month. Oh, interesting. Asswipes. Some people need to focus. Oh, yeah. We got that. All right. I got to go, guys. I got to go. I got reading. I hope I don't have a 10 o'clock reading. I feel like I should have had a 10 o'clock reading. But did I miss it? Let me check. Come on. Oh, search. No. No, I'm okay. Okay. All right. I'm good. I don't have a 10 o'clock. I definitely have an 11. So I love you. And I thank you all. And press the like button and subscribe. Like, I'm your only news at this point. And at least the news you're getting from me is very healthy. It's very lovely. It is. It's more healthier than seeing my employer. It's more healthier than my employer. At least my version is honest. It might be a little dramatic, but it's honest. I love you. I need you. For your own personal reading, you know what to do. 213-458-7408. Call me. Count of you.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to